Woke Bill 101. People of America, what is poppin'? It is your boy Woke Pill 101, man. You already know what time it is. Today we're gonna be going over two clips, and let me just describe the first clip. First clip is by a guy called Waffles. I'm pretty sure it's spelled wrong. That's how I was able to type and find it. He currently has 2.8 thousand subscribers, and he is a black pill guy. And if you don't know what black pill is, let me just summarize it. It is where you fully believe looks are everything. It is where you believe looks determine if you get a girl or not. And also the final determining factor of everything. Nothing else matters. Not your personality, not how you handle women or anything. Any outside factor, looks is all that matters. These are what these guys believe in. And I'm just gonna play the video. I'm gonna stop it one by one. I'll let you guys kind of build the tension up, because obviously I don't believe in it at all, because it is very, very dumb and shallow to believe that women are all like this. Okay, to say that it's all down to looks, you're stupid. You're absolutely dumb and stupid to believe it is all based on looks. No, it is not. Good sir. People in this black pill community, you are dumb. It is much more to that. But we're gonna see the story on how he was black pilled. I only saw up to like around right here, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make a video on this, definitely, for sure. And the next video, just to give an advance, is has social media harmed these teens? And it's kind of a middle ground between pro social media and anti social media, so it should be pretty interesting. And yeah, let's get into it, man. Woke Pill 101, man. You already know we're going live. We're gonna try to do 2 to 3 videos a day. We're going non-stop. Let's do it.
The story I'm about to tell you is a 100% real and honest experience.
I believe you, man.
From my own life.
I trust you.
I've not made this up, and everything in this video comes from what I've witnessed and my own observations. And just in case you were wondering, no, nor have I twisted any of this to align with some sort of belief system that I hold. And irrespective of this,
not twisted.
by the end of the video, it should
not twisted to align with a belief system. Right. Let's keep watching.
Be clear that I have no reason to lie. There is no incentive for me to make any of this up. Put simply, this is the plain and simple truth.
Alrighty.
So before I get started, I'm first going to give a little bit of context about myself.
Alright.
So this is me, and this is a little bit of information about my background. So at least by Western standards, I'd say that I had a fairly average upbringing. Not rich, not poor, somewhere in that middle 90%. And I'm not saying that in an ungrateful way. Obviously, I'm thankful and fortunate for the upbringing that I have had. And I'm aware a lot of people have things significantly worse, especially out of the developed world. 100%. But just to give some context, I'd say my upbringing...
Yeah, right now I'm just watching, and I'm just trying to hear his story. And I'm trying to have him bring the story in, but we're going to see this going from here. Let's continue.
At least by Western standards, was average. I'm about average looking, so I don't have any deformities to my face, my health, or my body, anything like that. I'm 5'10" in
5'10",
height, which again,
average height.
in the West, is bang on average height.
Average
I weigh
height.
160 pounds or 73 kilos.
160 pounds.
Which, surprise, surprise again, is average healthy weight for a man of my height. So if you're not getting the idea by now,
you are the most average guy to ever exist. And average guys have possibilities of getting lots and lots of girls if you know what you are doing, and if your social media game is on point. I'm a firm believer of that, 100%. But he's an average dude. I don't see nothing wrong here. You're an average guy. An average guy shouldn't struggle getting girls, but when it comes to his mindset, you're gonna struggle a lot. I'm just gonna say that much. But if you're average looking, 5'10", oh my god, man, 5'10" is good, man. 2 inches off from being 6 foot. Are you kidding me, bro? Get out of here. 160 pounds? Really, bro? Really? Like, this...
pretty much everything in my life is very average. But I am slightly above average intelligence. I've never taken an IQ test, but I'm guessing it's around the range of 120.
120?
And lastly, I don't have anything else about me that will be starkly noticeable.
Take it as that.
So I'm not balding, I'm not fat, I don't have a high-pitched squeaky voice,
I
don't have high levels of social anxiety, any mental illnesses, and so on and so forth. So pretty much, to sum up myself, to sum up my background, I can sum it up in just these 4 words. And I know it's cliche to say, but I'm going to say it anyway.
What?
I'm pretty much just your average guy.
Okay, so full background, just an average dude. Okay, let's get into it.
And as stated earlier, I fall into that 90% of guys, the middle 90%, where the vast majority of the male population resides.
Okay.
So that's me. Now introducing another character.
Oh, here we go.
And this person is called
Here
Bella.
we go. Bella.
Which you should have
Happens to all of
probably
us.
guessed isn't her actual name. But for this video, and for the sake of the story, we're just going to refer to her from now on as Bella.
Bella,
So
okay.
here's a really
Bella,
quick
alright.
few points about her.
Man, I got my drink
So
here. I'm
first
ready,
of
bro.
all, like me, she also had an average upbringing. Not rich, not poor. In terms of her looks, because I know a lot of people see
Also,
that as
she's
important,
average, just like him.
she too
Average
is
looking.
about average. And if you want to put numbers on it, I would say she's about a 6 out of 10. I'd say most...
Okay, so then what I could tell here is that she wanted a better person than him, or... I'm gonna try to predict this. So, since he's a black pill dude, she probably saw another dude that looked better looking than what he is. And then she probably wanted him. Based on looks, but I don't know where the looks is gonna come from, to be honest. But for a woman to do that, you must have been in the beta friend zone aisle, man. Like, you would have to be in a friend zone for her to be doing that sort of thing to you, man. But let's
men would
keep her
look at
going.
her and think, yeah, she's kind of cute. So they can see a good degree of physical attraction in her. Personality-wise, very good.
Good
She had a very
personality?
good personality. Great to talk to. Very interesting.
See, the thing I hear about good personality, that can mean so many things. Like, honestly, you can't boil good personality to one whole thing. That's just insane at that point, man. But good personality can mean many things. I just hate when people say, oh, she has a good personality. Like, specifically, what do you mean? Is she easy to hang out with? Does she give you headaches? No, she has a good personality. What do you mean? I don't know. That's just like a little pet peeve of mine. But I get when people say good personality.
Had lots of depth to her and was comfortable with talking about meaningful and intelligent topics.
Okay.
And I'm going to bring up the cliche phrase again. With respect to her relationship with me, she'd be the girl that I would say, oh, we would just be great together.
Oh, I've heard
Wouldn't
that a
we
million
make
times.
such a good couple?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I thought in my idealistic dream world. But of course, that's not what happened. So to cut it plain and simple, she friend-zoned me. Well,
Look at that. I called it. Friend zone him. And so, when she meet, of course, oh my god. So this is what I'm going to predict. They probably meet up. I'm predicting it. It probably didn't have it, probably did, but I'm doing a prediction. So she probably, most likely, met up with the other guy that was probably cool with him. And since he was more assertive, he had that assertive look and acted assertive, he was able to secure her. But because the guy that we're with, let's call him, what's his name? Waffles. Because Waffles, I'm sorry, I don't want to disrespect your name, but Waffles, I speak Spanish, man. Waffles, what is Waffles? So Waffles was a nice guy, friend zone. His mate, I hope it's your mate, but mate, person that you know, that you're cool with, and she ended up going up with him. And you're gonna put this all up to looks. You're gonna put it all up to looks. This is 100% guaranteeing that this is the route it's gonna go, or at least close to it. This is my prediction right here. I haven't seen the full video. Let's get it.
well, technically. And what I mean by this is that I never directly asked her out or showed that I was attracted to her.
Oh my god, then how would she know that you are even down with it? Girls love the free attention, my guy. You have to know this. Women love free attention. But of course, this is back then. I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't even know this back then. That girls like free attention. But other than that, it's just crazy that you can come down to this ideology. Okay, my English is so terrible. I'm sorry. This ideology. I gotta work on my English. I'm sorry, y'all. Ideology. It's crazy that you can come to this just by this experience alone, and it's just crazy. And me personally, I don't want to hate on y'all, but I'm gonna hate on y'all. I don't care. I'm glad I didn't come to this at all. I'm glad I didn't. Because I've been through so much crap that really woke me up to how women really think. And it's not like a bad thing. It's a good thing that I understand women more. You know, it doesn't mean I'm gonna play them. I'm just gonna be messing with women that I want to mess with. Just realizing what am I getting myself into. Looking beyond over instead of being narrow-minded. This is what the main gist of all this means, but he's just getting it wrong. Honestly. But let's get to it. I don't know.
However, she made it very clear from the beginning that it was only ever going to be friendship between us.
I'm going to stop it again. I'm sorry. But why did you stay friends with her? Of course. You didn't know back then. This is the thing most guys do. When you got the real first crush or around that sort of thing. You kind of end up in that friend zone trying to be more than that. But it happens to the best of us, man. Or not the best of us, what I'm saying. It happens in the beginning of us, man. But let's get into it. I swear I'm going to stop.
And she made that clear by saying things like, I just don't see you that way. You know the kind of phrases.
Then why did you keep on pursuing her? I said I'm stopping. Let me just keep going. I'm sorry, Rob.
So
I'm
I
sorry.
describe it very much as a friend zoning.
I'm sorry.
So after this, I basically became her psychiatrist.
Oh no.
Or soy boy, if you want to be brutally honest.
Oh no. Because back then, before I knew this stuff, I was a soy boy as well, man. I used to listen to girls' problems 24/7. Try to give them logic, but they will never listen, man. If there's one thing that I just hate that women do not understand, and that's logic when it comes to giving them relationship advice. I got girls coming up to me to this very day asking me if they should get back with their ex-boyfriend. Legit. Even when he's cheated on her multiple times. He's even done abuse towards her. I'm not going to say any names, but she watches this video. You know who you're talking about. I mean, you know who I'm talking to. Literally been abused. And she wants to go back. Are you serious? At that point, man, it is what it is. But let's back to it.
So whenever she had a problem, I fixed it. I was always there for her to help her with any issues she had, whether they be about her family, her work, her school, whatever. And you could probably guess, yes, whenever she had a problem with any other guys who she was interested in, then I would be the one to help her.
You'd be the one to help you.
I'd be the guy she'd come to discuss her boy problems. So that's her, and that's her relationship with me. As I say, very much a friend zone situation.
Okay.
But at the same time, I was still hopeful that all of this waiting around would be able to achieve something.
And that's what sucks about it, man. We stay around with a girl that we like so much. But at the end of the day, man, even if we know we're in the friend zone, there's still that glimmer of chance. And it just sucks. You know, you can't be mad at her. You really can't. Because it's your fault. She told you, I don't see you that way, blah, 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 blah. So if she told you that, then why were you still trying? You were just wasting your time. But you didn't want to risk rejection. You didn't want to risk it. That's point blank and simple. I'm coming to this term myself, or I came to terms with this myself a long time ago. The reason why I was a soy boy is because I didn't want to get rejected. Even with girls that I didn't get to be with, or girls that I wanted to get with, like I didn't want rejection. Rejection, if you want to get lots of girls, you're going to have to get used to rejection. It sucks. It sucks. You're going to have to get used to it. You're going to have to work in tons and tons and tons of numbers. Tons and tons and tons of girls, because you're going to get rejected most of the time. I'm being so dead serious. Even the best guys in the game, they get rejected 24/7. It's not even funny. It's part of the game. Like, you shoot your shot 1,000 times, you're going to make it in a few times. That's how it works. It sucks that it is like that, but us men, we have it the hardest. We honestly do. Women, when it comes to this sort of thing, they got it the easiest. Go up to any mall, go up to any club. Hey, you want to smash? Guys gonna be like, it's super easy. Easy mode. For us guys, man, when we ask a girl that, you know, you gotta at least take me out on a date. You know, you gotta at least do this, that. Like, it's, oh, man. But there's pros and cons to everything. Of course, we have a lot of cons, but we got a lot of pros. But let's get to the video. I'm sorry, man.
And in the long run, maybe she would change her mind. But anyway, let's get on with the story.
Let's go. I haven't even started the story.
The story starts with me and my friend in his car. And again, not his actual name, but we're just going to refer to him as Jason.
So
we were in his
gotta love the
car,
Jason.
This was sometime during the day.
That's a nice area.
Now Bella, she wasn't with us, and she didn't know that we was going out. In fact, she didn't know who Jason was. Well, she knew who he was. I'd told her about him and shown her pictures.
So there was a friend. Okay.
So she didn't know him, but she knew of him.
Okay.
Anyway, this story takes place.
So my prediction is coming right.
Snapchat. and I send a picture message to Bella.
God dang, it's been a second since I heard about Snapchat. Yeah, it's been a second. I gotta actually check that out. Snapchat. I'm sorry, but Snapchat.
So she can see that I'm in the passenger seat of somebody else's car. And by the way, I'm just going to explain why it's relevant that it took place over Snapchat. So if you've not heard of Snapchat before, it's basically a normal messaging app. But the only difference is that every single time you send a text, you also send a picture. And the picture you send is usually going to be of yourself.
Wait, every time you send a picture,
the emotion
you send a picture,
kind of explains the message being sent. So this message,
no, I think that's when you just send a picture. You can send text.
Might come with some kind of shocked or startled look on your face. Or if you're annoyed with someone, this might come with some frustrated look on your face.
I'm gonna say this right now. I like his format of videos. Like, it is very interesting to watch. It sucks that his ideology. I'm not even trying anymore. It sucks that he believes in the black belt, but from what I can see, it's really well presented. Effort was went into this, and I'm not gonna undermine that at all.
Or lastly, if you're angry with someone, then quite obviously you're going to be visibly filled with rage. So that's basically how Snapchat works. Don't ask me why it works like this, but pretty much all you need to know is that every single time you send a text, you also send a picture. Anyway, carrying on with the story. So after Bella sees that I'm in somebody else's car, she replies back asking where I am and who I'm with. In a friendly way, obviously, not stalkerish. And the important thing to note is that every single time she sends me a snap, is that she never cared about the quality. She wouldn't mind if she sent a blurry or poorly taken pic from a bad angle. She wouldn't care because she knew it was me and she saw me as a friend. She would take the picture just once and then send it from there. So remember,
I think I know where this is going. I know where it's going.
After this, I reply back to her and send her nothing else but just a picture of my friend Jason. No text, no captions, just a picture of his face. This was her response. She replies back and says that she hopes that we're having a fun time. Now, it should be very evident that the content of the message means nothing, but the thing that was relevant, and this sticks in my mind so much, and that was the picture of herself that she sent to me. And what I noticed is that as soon as she saw my friend, she made sure she looked pretty.
Ah, here we go. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, no dip. No dip. Honest to God, no dip. And then he's gonna try to rationalize how this is all based on looks. First of all, man, you're deep in the friend zone. Like, you don't even matter. And if she's doing that to a whole other dude, what do you think that means? Oh my god, let's continue this.
She made sure that it was taken from a good angle. She made sure her hair looked good. Now, this left me stunned. And I wasn't sure at the moment, but 3 snaps later made me 90% sure on what was up. And in fact, the biggest confirmation that I received wasn't until Jason was back out of the picture. It wasn't until she saw that I was back home, and it was just me on my own. That's when the same old pictures that she used to send came through.
That's a big, massive jump, man. Oh my god. So you're gonna rationalize one good photo? Really, man? Just because it looks? That is a far and outlandish reach. Honestly. Well, I'm gonna let this keep on going.
I just found this unbelievable, that she showed 2 faces of herself. Whenever Jason was around, she'd show this face. But just me, and she would show this face. And as I say, that day made me 90% sure of what I was thinking. However, things only confirmed even more what I thought in the coming days. Because it doesn't just stop here. After this day, all of us...
Man, I'm not even surprised. Seeing where you're coming from, I'm pretty sure she would have been attracted to anyone else other than you, man. Like, honestly to God. And if he's gonna get the girl anyway, he would have to assert himself. There's plenty of ugly dudes that get it in. And they're ugly. I've seen it with my own eyes. Honestly, man. But let's...
All of a sudden, she starts arranging to meet up more often. Us as a free, of course. And whenever we went out, she would like to tag along with us. And you could have imagined how these times went down. Next one. This is a big one. She started dressing up every time we went out together. So before, when it was just me and her, If I went around her house, she wouldn't really care. She'd wake up in pajamas.
So you were, hold on, you just missed a big part of the story. So you guys were so comfortable with each other. You were so deep in the friend zone. You would be chilling at her house and y'all be wearing anything? Bro, I'm not even surprised at this point. Okay, let me break this down right now. Looks. Do looks matter? Here's one thing I'm going to agree with the black pillars. Yes, looks matter to an extent. Do you look your best? Are you in shape? Are you shaved or are you not shaved? Are you the best looking that you can be? How is your haircut? How are you looking? Does your look match your aesthetic? Are you dressing appropriately? All this stuff adds up, not just by how your face looks. Are you wearing perfume? All this adds up. Even if you have an ugly face, all this stuff adds up. I've seen, like I said before, I've seen ugly dudes date the baddest of the baddest. And I'm like, how are y'all doing this? And these guys are not even that rich. But they're getting baddies. And to say it's all based on looks, no, it's based on the way you present yourself. Of course, looks do play a role. But from your face? Are you kidding me? But another thing I will agree with the black pillars is height. Guys, height actually does matter. I'm going to say that much. The way this could be easier with you guys is, I mean, you could approach any girl you want to. Just make sure you have the confidence to do it. But if you're worried about your height, approach girls that you can see from eye length or eyesight and girls that you can look down on. You're going to have a much, much, much more higher success rate with girls that are like look towards your eyes or you can look below. But for girls that look higher, and the higher you go, the harder it's going to get. Of course, if you're like Peter Dinklage height, man, I'm sorry. But at the end of the day, Peter Dinklage is getting girls because he has that status. And he's built something for himself. If he's getting girls, man, anybody can get girls. 100%. Like, there's literally disabled people on TikTok. I'm not dissing anybody disabled. I'm just saying people who are deformed. Getting in relationships. Getting baddies. On TikTok. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? If they can do it, anyone can do it. Just stop making excuses. Oh, man, but with the height thing, yes, the taller you are, relatively the easier it will get. I'm not going to say by a landslide, but you will notice it will get easier. But other than that, just to say it's based on your face? No, get out of here. No, miss me with that. No.
And she'd stay in them for the time I was round. But as soon as he was in the picture, Jason, then Bella made sure that she was wearing her best dress. Furthermore, it still doesn't stop there. She also made sure she wore makeup when it was us three. So before, when it was just me, she didn't really care. She didn't put in effort. She didn't care if her hair was a mess.
Because you were in the friend zone?
However, as soon as this guy turns up, then she...
It's crazy what makeup can do, man. Literally, this is such a good example of makeup. That is so crazy. I still find it crazy to this very day, man. Makeup, god dang, makeup is the world's greatest deceiver, and I love it, man. Guys are gonna be like, no makeup, man. I don't want to see your busted ass face, man. Put some makeup, man. Oh man, but if it helps a woman feel better by wearing makeup, go for it, man. Go for it. I'll never shame a woman for wanting to look her best. I will never do it. Never do it. Because if she wants to look her best, I take that as a compliment. If she wears makeup, she's trying to impress me. But since she's wearing makeup, she's trying to impress them. Sucks for you, man. Let's just get into it.
She starts worrying. Then she makes sure that her appearance looks the best. And the final nail in the coffin that confirmed everything that I was speculating was that just 3 weeks later, they made it known that they was officially going out.
Oh my god, I am so surprised. I'm not that surprised, man. Let's keep her going.
So that's it. Now this is what I took from this experience. I'm going to break it down from both my side and Jason's side.
Alright, so give us an explanation.
I was always there for her.
I was there for her.
I always listened and gave her emotional support and built a really strong connection. And this even showed in the things that she said. Have a listen to these. Some of them are brutal. Wheat, you know you're the only guy I feel comfortable crying in front of. Then there's this one. She was a girl who was very much a part of the all men are jerks movement. And whenever she said
Man,
this
I
to
know.
me,
I've been through it.
I was always
Been
confused.
through it.
And sometimes I'd blatantly respond and ask, so does that mean that I'm a jerk too?
Exactly.
And she would always respond, oh no, you're
You're
one of the good ones.
Oh my god.
Then there was this time. Wheat,
Exactly.
I know you're going to find a good girlfriend one day. And
Oh
I know
my
you're going to
God.
make her so happy. And lastly,
That's something
this
similar
one's
to
probably
that,
the
but-
most brutal. Wheat, you don't know how much I value our friendship.
Ooh.
Now hearing these things sucked, and it should be fairly obvious to
Then why were you still with her at the end of the day, brother? You're rationalizing looks over everything. You're rationalizing it as the main cause to why your friend over here was able to be more successful. Honestly. Oh my god, let's go.
see why that is. Now let's have a look at Jason's side. Now I always noticed that he never had any issues with girls. For him, building attraction was almost effortless. He made it look
Yeah, I know where this is going. He's gonna pin this all to looks. No. Looks are complement to your personality. Looks aren't everything. Looks get you to the door. I agree with you on it helping you. But what it really does, it gets you to the door, my guy. Just like fame, status, and money. They get you to the goal. I was gonna say girl. I got my New York accent kicking in. They get you to the girl. But what gets you inside the house? That is the question. The way you talk, the way you act, and if the way you talk fits the way you look. And just by looking at this picture, you're using this picture kind of to represent you. Look, no homo, but you're not a bad looking dude, bro. Like, if this is similar to you, I'm trying to guess if this is similar. If it's not, maybe, but you're using this picture just to show he's not as dominant as this guy. But really, honest to God, this guy has a chance more than this guy. It's the same amount as this guy. I will say that much. But let's get to the video.
He's 6'2", has an attractive face and
Oh,
body.
here we go.
And
Here we
pretty
go.
much to summarise everything that I've learnt from this, to summarise the whole story, is that this means everything, and this means absolutely nothing.
Oh my god. I agree and disagree with you with this. Whenever you do this with a girl, man, no matter how good society tells us to do, this don't matter. It sucks to say it, but it don't matter. This crap, no. But this right here, being 6'2" and having attractive face and body. Are you kidding me? This is not everything. Of course, it's nice to have this. It helps. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of guys who are 6'2" and they're not even getting any. And there's guys with amazing faces that aren't even getting any. And there's guys with amazing bodies who aren't even getting any. There's guys who are 6'2", attractive, have a nice face and body, and still aren't even getting any. I've seen it with my own eyes. Most guys don't even know how to talk to girls. Majority of guys aren't even getting it in. The guys that are getting it in are guys that have learned. Guys who have to build up over time. And are more than just 6'2", attractive. They built up. They know how to talk to women. They're looking their best. They're maxing out their looks. Rationalizing just looks alone is dumb and stupid. Just to say looks are everything within itself is dumb. Your whole ideology, I can't even say it right. Your whole belief is dumb and stupid. It just doesn't work that way. But next one.
This taught me that 2 seconds of seeing someone's face beats 2 months of emotional support and blood, sweat and tears.
So, you're literally telling me, how long was it? Hold on. 3 weeks? Hold on. How long were they dating again? So, 3 weeks later, they officially going out. So, that's 3 weeks of hanging out. So, girls just don't go out with a guy just like that now. Or at least if you're in high school, this doesn't really happen like that. You have to, of course, there's be a few days, but in real life, it can't be like that. But when it comes to high school, I'm guessing this is that, 3 weeks, that sounds relatively normal. When it comes to high school, or is this high school? Yeah, it's high school. You said it was high school. So, it took time for them to build that up. And you saying he was able to get it that easy in 3 weeks? You kidding me, bro? Took 3 weeks to get to know each other and then call it on a date. But you were just staying there as the friend, being in the friend zone. But let's go back to where he was. Come on, Wheat Man. Come on, man. Why are you believing this crap?
And just in case I get a few angry people in the comments, no, I never felt entitled to her affection or that she owed me something in return for...
That's good that you know that. But at the end of the day, why were you still trying to be with her? This is your own fault, man.
All of the emotional support and time I gave her. I was never expecting anything in return. In
Then
fact,
you shouldn't be
the way
mad
I
at the
would put it
outcome.
is that I just wanted her to come to some kind of realization that I was the one here all along for her. I wasn't one of the jerks. And
this feels a little bit entitled. I think you contradict yourself a little tiny bit. Let's read this again. I wanted her to come to a realization I care more than anyone else. But then you say here, I never felt entitled to her affection or felt owed something from her. It felt like you were owed a realization. This is a contradiction. Come on,
and I was the one who showed that I cared for her. And I'm not giving any disrespect to Jason either. I'm not saying that he was a jerk. I'm not saying that he didn't care or he didn't treat her right. He wasn't a jerk. He was my friend. But he did teach me that you can do all of these things, and it won't do...
I just want to say I was correct. Somewhat correct, but I was somewhat correct in my prediction.
Anything in terms of building romantic attraction. I'm going to spell it out for you guys. Looks is everything.
No, they are not. No, they are not. Dios mío. No, looks are not everything.
Looks is everything when it comes to attraction.
No,
if you're a guy and you find that girls do not like you, it is because of your looks.
No. It is the way you present yourself. It's if the way you talk, how you talk, and the way you present yourself matters more than the looks. Of course, the looks compliment. But if you're a big, strong guy, fairly built, very masculine face, you come up to a girl, she's already feeling attractive, and you start talking like, oh my god, hello there, I totally like your makeup and nails. She's going to get turned off. She will get turned off so fast. She will not be turned on. No matter how good looking you are, you come in with that approach, she will be turned off so fast. If you're not in your masculine. Let's get back into it.
And when I'm talking about your looks, I'm not talking about what colour shoes you're wearing or whether you swish your hair to the left or to the right. I'm talking about sub 5. Short, ugly face.
Oh, okay. What? Sub 5?
Fat, inches, which everyone can guess what that means.
So, oh my...
Vulnerable or old.
Okay.
Ethnicity.
Oh my god, okay. Let's go one by one with it. Short, this matters. If you're tall, short, I agree with this. Ugly face. Honest to God, girls do not care if you have a busted face. Honest to God. If you are average, or even slightly below average, you don't have a deformed face, because most people don't have a deformed face. It's a regular old looking face. You shouldn't have a problem. Bald, girls do not care about your hair, bro. How many times do I have to say that? I don't even think I said it on the channel, but girls do not care about your hair. You can be bald for Christ's sake. Women don't care. The way you present yourself, if you're wearing nice clothing, and you talk what you mean or how you look, you're dressed in really high class, your hair does not matter. Now, fat, yes, that matters. Inches, no, that matters in the bed. The way I'm talking right now is getting the girl. That doesn't matter. She doesn't know if you have 2-3 inches. Y'all gotta take her or leave, because I know some of y'all want it. She's not joking. But inches. No girl is in back of her mind like, oh, this is gonna be 2 inches. No girl knows that automatically. Even if you are like 2, 3, 4 inches, like they don't know that. You can be in the bed and kill it with just that amount. All you need is 5. Most guys have 5 or 6. Y'all look good. Y'all look good. But counting this in, this is a insecurity right here. This does not matter when approaching a girl. What this hurts is your confidence level. Trust me, man. You could come in, you'd be like, man, I got 50 inches, you still kill the girl. But she gets to you, man. You're like, oh, you 30 inches? What? And be like, man, whatever. Suck it. Who cares? Old. When it comes to guys, man, if you're like, I would say even up to like 55, 60, that's when you're going to notice things are going to become a little more harder. Like, the thing about guys, if you take care of yourself, we have like that magic elixir. We're like fine wine. We age over time. So saying that you're old, man, no, don't use that excuse. Of course, when you're like 55 or probably even your 60s, if you've been taking care of yourself, 60, 70, that's when you're going to start noticing kind of like a drop off from the women you have. But if you're successful, there will be barely any drop offs. I guarantee you. If you manage to build up your value, sheesh. My God. And ethnicity. Yes, ethnicity matters. If you're Asian, white, black, Indian, ethnicity matters. But you can't let that put you down. I'm Latino. You can't let it pull down. I'm a minority. So of course for minorities it's gonna be a little bit more harder for us. But it is what it is. It's part of the game. You're gonna have to deal with it. Let's go.
These are the things that matter. This is the truth. As I said earlier, 2 seconds of looks beats 2 months worth of blood, sweat and tears. And probably the most damning thing about all of this is that these are things that you cannot change.
2 months of her knowing and putting you in the friend zone. Yeah, no dip. You're already in the friend zone. Like, you're acting entitled to it. You're being a hypocrite. I'm just saying.
In fact, every single thing on this list, apart from this one being fat, is something that you cannot change. You are stuck with the hand that you are dealt with at birth. And if you're dealt with rubbish hand at birth, well, I don't even need to say what the consequences are. And
this is why I hate this ideologically. I'm messing up the word. This is why I hate this belief. They just accept the fact. That they don't think they can improve themselves. And these guys are the most laziest guys to ever be seen. To just stay here and complain and just rate each other's looks. Are you kidding me? No, you can change the way you present yourself. The way you present yourself speaks volumes. And if you could talk like it, speaks even more volumes. Oh, let's get back to
this. Is the truth, guys. This is the truth.
No, it's not.
At the very start of the video, I said that this is the plain and simple truth. That I am not lying. I'll say that again. Man. I am not lying.
Yeah,
there is no reason for me to make this up.
No, you're crazy.
If I wanted money, then quite simple. I would just start some dating boot camps and sell them online at crazy high marked up prices. You know exactly what I'm talking about. We've all seen those adverts telling you if you buy this program, then you will learn the secrets to women, to build attraction and...
My guy, why are you bringing this in? You're ideologically, you're bullying. I'm not making myself look good at all here, man. But your belief is invalid. Do not be bringing this up when your whole belief system is relatively stupid. It undermines itself on potential. No, you're dumb.
And lead things somewhere. If I wanted money, then I would do this. And in fact, if you look at the biggest media outlets, if you look at where the big money is, then you'll find that these teach the opposite of this, the opposite of the truth. Companies like Disney, they will teach you that the hideous but kind-hearted monster, he's the one that will win the girl's heart. Meanwhile,
that's just like one movie. You can give like other examples.
You will not get the girl. This is what the mainstream media has been teaching our youth for the...
I like how you take one movie, but yeah, Disney, if I could say in general, don't base your life after Disney movies, man. Do not base your life after them crunchy movies, man. Nothing but lies. Nothing. Fairy tales. Women want these fairy tales, man, but they be hypocrites about it.
The last 100 years. Dreams sell. The truth doesn't.
Facts.
And the last point I'm going to make before I finish the video is that I wish this wasn't the truth. I wish it was about kindness.
My guy, that isn't the truth. I would say it plays a part into the overall truth, but no, it's not the complete truth. It's not everything. This is where you mix it up. This is where you mess it up. My bad.
Being a gentleman, showing you care, being there for one another. I wish it was about this. This is how you know that I'm not lying, because I wish it was this way, but this is a complete fantasy.
No comment.
If you want the truth, then here it is. Sub 5. Looks.
Oh
This
my
is what
God.
matters. But if you want to live in your dream world, then go back to watching Disney movies. And don't be surprised when none of it works in the real world. Anyway guys, that's the video. I hope you enjoyed it. And feel free to share this video to other platforms, as this is the only way that this message, the truth, is going to get
It's
around.
not the truth.
Other than that, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to press the like button and leave any thoughts you have in the comments below, as it helps the YouTube algorithm.
Question for you. What if there was...
Okay, so learn off by heart, sub 5, short, unattractive, bald, fat, inches, vulnerable, ethnicity. Oh my God. You got to be kidding me. So, one thing I can say is I like his video format. He did an amazing job. I liked the video. It was very, very well presented, and the way you express your ideas was really amazing. I liked the video format, but your belief and how untrue it is a detriment. This literally gives women a bad look. I'm not gonna lie. This makes women feel like one. Okay, hold on. There's a lot on my mind. I can't quite think of it. Hold on. This makes women look shallow, like extremely shallow. I mean, I'm a firm believer that everyone is shallow with what we like, and that there's nothing wrong with that. Shallow is just another word for being straight up, straightforward, simple. Nothing wrong with it. But you put it as if it's this simple. But there's so many good-looking guys that aren't even getting it in. Why do you think that? I was able to get with more girls and guys that were better looking than me. And I'm ugly. I'm an ugly, fugly dude. It's much more than that. It's the way you present yourself. And you, to say that all of this relies on looks, just looks, that's it, and girls will come to you? You are stupid. You're stupid. You guys, whole community is stupid. You can come in here in my comments, I don't care. You guys are stupid for believing in this. This is some trash. But one thing I will say, we can hate each other, we could do this, that, whatever, but you make really good content. Like, it's really entertaining to watch, but the belief, terrible. I just like the way you format your videos. So, that's that. Next video, we're on a Jubilee video. And it's crazy. Let's get into it. Everyone in this video was tested for COVID, blah, 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 blah.
That I was ugly and I looked like a clown, but then I realized they're only
Whoa.
making fun of me because I'm giving them attention.
What the heck? Okay. Pro versus anti-social media teams. Okay.
I'm
What?
pro social media because I like to send memes to my grandma. I like to keep connected with my friends.
Okay.
But most importantly, I think it's a useful platform and tool.
I didn't know what
I mean, with me, oh my God. That and man, no kid, Alex. You're like 80,000 or almost 90,000 followers on TikTok. I don't think that's something to be proud of, but God dang, bro, you look like a whole Eminem. I'm sorry. No, you look like a whole Skittle. You look worse than 6ix9ine. I'm sorry for roasting you, but what is this, man? Come on. But one thing I will say about social media, man, hate it, love it. It just makes it easier to get girls. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm in the business of getting girls. You can talk about the ethics of it. You can talk about if this right or if this wrong. Blah, blah, blah. You can whine and complain about the WAP. Man, look, it's never been more easier to get girls in this current time of age. It had never been more easier. You just gotta put in the work. But let's watch this.
trans guy was before I was on TikTok. I just thought I was a masculine girl.
Oh my God. I don't even know where to begin with this.
Social media, but I don't use them. I kind of just have enough posts that doesn't make me seem like a loser.
What? I mean, these are
I find it
teens.
really
so.
toxic because everything's based off numbers.
You find it toxic, but hold on.
I just want to see how pro social media has helped their.
Just have enough posts that
Oh, sorry, I'm
doesn't
going all
make
over
me
the place.
seem
Hold
like
on.
a loser.
find it really toxic.
But you say it's toxic, but you got like 1,000 followers, and of course you got the she, her. Oh my god, the pronouns. But how are you an anti-social media person? You got like 9 posts, and these posts are like, these are nice photos. Like overall, general, from the background to the way it's shot. These are not bad photos. And you're gonna be anti-social media, but you have social media. That's a little hypocrite.
Because everything's based off numbers. I just want to see how pro-social media.
Anti-social media, but you have a social media. Wouldn't you expect people to be anti-social media and not to have a social media? Am I dumb? Am I playing stupid? Am I stupid?
I'm a content creator on TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat.
God dang, homegirl got 300,000 K. Okay.
I'd say that I would make like $30,000 to $40,000 a month.
I'm anti-social media
30 to 40,000. Damn.
because of the present algorithms in place.
Why do all these anti-social media people got like at least 1,000 subs? I mean, 1,000 followers. Are you kidding me?
No, I think TikTok is because
Oh. Hey, at least we agree on something.
it's manipulating their users and taking so much information from them.
Yeah.
And they're showing that through the For You page, and people don't care.
And it's also teaching women to be 304s. If you know what 304 is, you're still too young. But it's a joke. But nah, it's a bad influence. TikTok definitely is. I spent 1 week on TikTok. It was terrible. Like, I started a clean slate. First thing I saw was a girl shaking that booty. Literally, one of the first TikToks I've seen was a girl shaking it. And I will go down. I see more girls shaking it. More fat appreciation stuff. And it's a very liberal app. It's very liberal. And not the good kind of liberal, but it's the type of liberal where it's toxic. Toxic liberal. Like, it's detrimental to your survival. But let's get it. And it's detrimental for everything else, but let's go. We brought together pro and anti-social media teams to talk about their experiences on social media. Okay. It's gonna be a good one. Let's go. Let's go.
Hi, I'm Alexa. I'm 18 years old and I'm pro social media. And I love
Oh, she's 18. Okay, let's go. Alexa, let's get. I'm joking.
social media.
I'm trying to be entertaining. All right.
Hi, I'm Phillips, plural. I am on the pro side, and I just like to spread awareness.
I'm Alex. I'm 16.
What? Oh my god, dude. What is you wearing, bro? You couldn't come with a tux? My homeboy wearing wool. What were you wearing wool, my guy? Oh my god. You look like a clown. You look worse than 6'9". But at least with 6'9", man had style. What is this? Do you have paper clips? I hate when people wear paper clips as earrings, man. Better not be paper clips. Oh my god, bro. What? Oh my god. They got to him.
Instagram, TikTok,
We lost him.
and a little bit of YouTube. And I am pro social media because it helped me meet a lot of other trans kids when I was struggling.
Oh, you're trans.
Hi, I'm
Okay,
Ella. I'm
that makes a little
15,
bit more
and
sense.
I'm anti-social
Okay.
media because I find it really toxic. and
But still, what
competitive
is you
for
wearing?
myself.
Hi, I'm Emma. I'm 18, and
Uh-huh.
I am anti-social media, and I'm the CEO of a movement that works to kind of promote a healthier existence on social media.
My name is Emmy.
Okay.
I'm 16. I'm anti-social media because of personal experience and like general anxiety.
Very disturbing
No,
news
I got
out
an
of
ad.
Central High School.
No.
Undertax and students have gone to.
Actually, want. Oh,
We're in
dang!
charge now, so pull out whichever app
What?
you use to do live streams.
I kind of want to watch
Running
this.
and
Run,
point
hide,
it
fight. What
now.
is this? Immersive sensation based.
Guns everywhere. Get down on the ground.
Oh, it's a school shooting. God dang! Watch now. Wait, hold on. We're gonna switch this up. Watch now. Run, hide, fight. All Zoe wants to get through the last few weeks of her senior year and leave off to college and freshman start. It said her high school is attacked by 4 nihilistic gun-toting students who plan to make their siege the worst school shooting in history. What? There's an actual movie? Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this tab. That's not, like that trailer though. Trailer popped off. I'm gonna watch this. Man, when I was in high school, bro, I was scared of a school shooting to happen, bro. I was so scared. Like, Like literally every single day I was worried. Like in the back of my head, like I'm not gonna get shot today. Like I was that scared, bro. But let's get to this, man. I didn't expect the trailer to be that good. God damn. All right. Ah, man. All right. Let's see. We're gonna see. I mean, if you're making money from it, I mean, the only way I can see social media being very, very good is if you're making money from it. If you're not making money for it, then what's the real point of it? If you don't derive your money from it, you know, if you don't attract business, because you're gonna have to attract business. For me personally, I use social media to educate. I want to help people, and with these influencers, to par se, they're here to entertain, and there's nothing wrong with that. If you want to be on social media to entertain, make money from it. You never want to be doing something for free. You always want to get paid for it. And this is why I don't like internships. As long as you're getting paid, man, do it. But the thing I don't like about internships is that they literally use your skills for free, man. No. If you're able to do it, why do it for free? Come on. Let's go.
I definitely find myself scrolling for hours when I'm bored. And
like, I don't get it. How can you be anti-social media, but you spend more than 3 hours on social media daily? Come on. Oh, it said the same thing on top right here. Let's go.
For me, a lot of my school stuff got pushed to social media, all the clubs and orgs. Another one that's more personal to me is that keeps you in touch with your family. All my family's in Vietnam, so yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of my friends are online, and I'm just like on their accounts, you know, like hyping them up or just like.
Hey man, you can hype them up all on text. You don't gotta do it on social media. See, the thing about social media is, like, people do social media for attention. That's what it really is. Just for that attention. Just for that like. Just for that view. And I'm gonna say there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. I use social media to my advantage. And then how I use it to my advantage is on my personal page. I use it to get girls. Girls see a like. Girls see 1,000 likes. You're like, ooh. See 10K followers? Ooh. I like that. Ooh, it's got somebody. But you gotta use social media to your advantage. Do not let it go to waste. You do not want to be always using it for entertainment use. You always want to be educating yourself. You always want to be gaining more knowledge. You also want to be listening to people that can improve your livelihood and come to newer understandings. I'm not trying to flex myself, but anyone else other than me. Like Fresh and Fit, Steph is Cold, AMS probably. There's a whole community of people here to help. And you should be constantly striving every single day to be your best. Because as men, we got it the hardest. We got it the hardest, man. By society, man, you can either stay, cry about it, be a black pillar, or make improvement. Because honestly, when it comes to like the whole pills and things, the blue pill, red pill, black pill, they have a lot of fallacies within inside of them. They have a lot of things wrong with them. Red pill, hypocrites. Black pill, idiots. Blue pill, even bigger idiots. No, black pill, I would say even bigger idiots. No, scratch that. Blue pill, idiots. Red pill, hypocrites. Black pill, even bigger idiots. Honestly. But let's get back to it.
Texting them on Instagram because I don't like to use regular text.
it's definitely my number one source of entertainment. I don't watch as much YouTube or Netflix, and I kind of just go through TikTok, and like that's what brings me joy.
I mean, would you be considered anti-social media if you're using social media like that? Like, you gotta define the terms a little bit more.
Short attention spans.
Oh yeah.
You get sucked in, like you go on for like 30 minutes and then you're just there forever, and that happens to me all the time.
But sometimes I spend more time comparing myself to others.
Yup. Oh man, that is something females do hardcore, and that is a detrimental. They get inspired by hoes, and you know, comparing themselves to hoes, because hoes are gonna look their best. No matter if they're on the gram, on the snap, they're gonna be looking the best. Even on YouTube, they're gonna be trying to look their best, and it's nothing a woman should look up to, because it's fake. They can never be like that, and it's crazy that a woman would play it back in her mind over and over again, trying to look like that when she can never look like that. Okay, let me check if I'm still recording. Let me just make sure. Okay, I'm still recording. God damn. Okay, let's go.
oh, I'm not getting that many likes, and it kind of brings me down.
But if I went on TikTok and I kind of just analyzed everyone and just was like trying to compare myself, then it would definitely bring me down. But just as a content creator, I just have the mindset of like, oh, this is what you make, and maybe I can make it differently.
Okay. Here we're gonna get the argument. Okay.
Prior to a movement I started called Log Off, I spent about 5 hours on social media a day, and it was to talk with my sister who was in college, but I also got really bad repercussions about my body, and I felt really terrible after scrolling. But you know, after I rethought about how I wanted to spend my time on there, it became much more productive. So I still spend time on like Instagram. It's just to like get a meme from my college sister or to like talk.
Okay, so this is all based on TikTok. Then why don't you do it anti-TikToker and pro-TikToker? Like, these are still like social media people, but social media plays a big role in all our lives. No matter how you look at it, even if you don't use it, it's gonna play a big role in your life, no matter what. Let's get into
Talk with friends that really bring me up.
I have an Instagram, I have a TikTok, but like I never open the app like ever. I'm clearly not the skinniest, and like I have alopecia, so I'm losing my hair, and like I'll look on social media and like I'll see some like K-pop star and they're like a 00 with the longest hair on the planet, and they're like like their skin is silk smooth. And when I take pictures, no matter what I do, you can see the whites of my scalp. So I don't take photos, and because I don't take photos, I don't have anything to post, and because I don't have anything to post, I don't see a point in opening the app. Plus, I'd rather spend my time reading.
Just keep it real, man. Just keep it real, man. So, like, it's a logical sense. These guys, they're still growing up, and I'm still growing up as well, but they bring up really interesting points, but it's kind of based on hypocrisy along with the black pillar. We shooting my shots. But okay, this is going interesting so far.
More meek and mild. I was just like, oh no, they're gonna comment I'm ugly and they're gonna hate on me. But then when TikTok started blowing up, one of my videos blew up, and I was just like, hey, they don't hate me. And I was just like, oh, okay, the confidence, it's coming in.
And I get 100 notifications a day from my best friend saying, I found this new video you would love. And I'll click on it occasionally, and I love the video because it's funny, it's short, and it like matches my personality. But it makes me really upset when like I FaceTime with my friend and she's scrolling through TikTok. It's really scary to see my friends kind of disconnect with me and just connect with these people they've never.
Yeah, that sucks too. What is this? What is this? Why are they recommending me anime games? Get out of here.
That we're narcs and that we kind of hate social media like parents hate social media. I don't think they really know our stories and know why exactly we don't want to exist on the platforms in the way that they are.
I've had hurtful things posted about me, and the thing about the internet, it's there forever, and it's not like a word that was just said to me on the playground. It's
Very
something
interesting.
that's out there and other people can see.
Social media makes you antisocial.
Yeah, social media. I mean, that's a really interesting question. Does social media make you anti-social? I would say yes. Because you spend all that time texting. You spend all that time posting pictures, doing all this, and that. And of course, social media is not a bad thing. You'll be able to connect to more people. But actually talking to them and having the safety of being behind your phone and not being face-to-face, I would say, yeah, it would make you more antisocial.
There can be communities found within social media, but my personal experience with it, and from a lot of stories that I've heard through Log Off, is that a lot of kids have lost people because of social media. And I think that constant mindless scrolling allows you to kind of go into this bubble and just hunker down and to not really talk with people.
I know a bunch of kids that like don't know
She's
how
very
to
smart.
communicate outside of like an emoji or like outside of like a picture, or like only have one picture face, and like we'll repeatedly take the same, like we'll stop everyone in the
I'm liking enemy shoes though. You coming with the drip? Okay, I see you.
Pick a wall and
Let's
just sit there
go.
and pose and take 100 photos and stand there and wait. Like, no,
Got
no,
the
take one more.
drip.
I definitely like would base like entire friend groups to hang out and just take pictures. Like we wouldn't communicate, it would just be pictures just to post on Instagram. And then I would find myself that like we didn't even connect when we were hanging out. It wasn't quality time because I feel like, oh, I have to get that perfect photo of all of us looking like we're having fun.
Social media,
Even
got to
if
get
we're
that
not, I
perfect
just need to
photo
get
no
that
matter
site
what.
posted.
You gotta make
After a
sure
while,
it's
you
good.
feel the pressure and everything. people start being people and they're just empty profile pictures. People will come to
Yeah.
me and they won't know my name. They'll go by my screen name.
Yeah, that's so weird about it. Cause I used to run like a Instagram account where I was showing my face. I was doing like funny skits. This is way before Woke Bill 101 emerged, but I had like a decent following. I would show my face and I would get DMs from random people I don't even know. And even to this day, I get random DMs from people I don't even know saying, "Hey man, I love your work. I love your work." Blah 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 blah. I'm like, I don't know you, and it's kind of hard to connect. But I appreciate the comments if you guys send me any. But it's very hard. Just as a creator, I may not look like I'm big, but I've experienced this. It's really hard to relate to your audience when you don't really know them, and it's weird for people to know you. It's like working at a shop with a name tag, and people just automatically know your name, but they've been keeping up with you without you even knowing. It's very weird. I try my best to stay connected with you guys. Honestly, I really really do, and I want to try to get to know each and one of you. But it's weird, man. But for me, I would say I'm not that used to social media, even though I use it almost every single day. But I don't use it like as a social media. I use it as a learning tool. Like I learn from people that know more than me. I use people that have different ideas so I can learn from them. That is what I use social media for. Sometimes I use it for entertainment, watch a meme video here or there, but most of the time it's just to bring my knowledge up. And I feel like if you just dedicate like at least an hour a day or half an hour dedicated to learning more about something you want to go into or learning from another person's ideas so you can improve your ideas as well, that's priceless. Next video.
And then I'm just like,
Continue.
am I human?
I like to ask questions in comments and ask like, oh, where'd you get that? Or, you know, like, what hair dye did you use? Or something like that, because I think it's a lot more engaging. Or I like to sometimes...
Look, Alex, you got my same name, what's poppin', but the drip, come on.
I'll make my posts, I'll make it a question, like the caption. I like to interact with like a lot of my followers through comments because I'm uncomfortable, you know, messaging them personally. It's good to like interact with the people that support you.
But
Wait,
what
what?
would you say to like bigger influencers like Kylie Jenner or like Kim Kardashian that can't have that interaction via the comments?
Yeah, and then Alex, some people just don't even reply to you. They'll just double tap, like the message.
Going off what you said about like, making real human connection, have you ever like looked into like social media accounts that like promote that? Because I don't know if you guys know, we're not really strangers. If you guys know them, they have a card game. You don't know. Okay, so it's basically a card game where you have perception, analysis, and then reflection.
How do y'all
and then you
find
can have
this crap?
Like,
Like,
how
for
are you
real.
really, or you know, if what would you name the chapter of this in your life? And then boom, we're in a 20-minute conversation that like she feels really low and she's trying to change, and you know, and I would have never thought that if this social media account didn't push me or didn't encourage me to have deeper conversations.
I agree, but I think the issue is with the algorithm in place. Like that's not popping up on my feed. Like I don't know that those exist, and because it's so expansive, and because there's so much hollowness and mindless scrolling. Like I've never found that. If I found that, I would have loved that.
With the algorithm and the fact that you never see those things, like I always feel like we're on a whole different side of TikTok than you are, and all it takes is just to look up like.
I mean, TikTok, for the time I've been on TikTok, yeah, I would say there's multiple different sides of TikTok. TikTok is a very, very, very smart algorithm. Like, I don't know what they did, but that algorithm knows how to keep you in. At my last day on TikTok, man, I spent it like not even like, I spent on it like 5-6 minutes more because it was actually giving me content I was interested in. It's kind of RP, manosphere kind of content. You know, content that talks about the truth, women nature, and just giving you advice or just giving you tips or tricks, just information. And that's really interesting because it watches how long I watch a certain video, and when it sees how long I'm watching that certain video, then they start recommending more of those videos towards me. And that is really, really amazing. When I have no experience on TikTok, that's recommending me that sort of content. That is crazy, man. Crazy. A whole new user to come up with just like that, just in a few days, bro. It's TikTok. I don't care what you say. It's an amazing app. It's a liberal toxic app, but the algorithm is amazing and it's designed to get you hooked. But let's get back at it.
conversations on the internet, there would have been a Vogue article about we're not really friends, and then you would have looked it up, you know? So in order to change your algorithm, you just have to change the things that you're looking for.
But don't you think maybe like the algorithm in place is what's making it so dangerous? Because it's like they're pumping out these really terrible kind of like content videos.
I mean, they're not pumping it up. The people that are using it are pumping it up. So you can't really quite blame social media. They just promote stuff that's being watched. You can't be mad at a chef handing you a meal when you said that everyone is ordering, and you're like, oh, I don't like this. What is this? But you asked me to give you a meal that everyone else likes, and this is what they eat. What do you want me to do? Like, TikTok's main objective is to get you hooked, and the majority of people are watching these videos. Let's get back into it.
But also you've got like the attention economy where they're like fighting to get your information to then give to people, to, like to put ads in your feed that you won't notice.
Even if you're not on social media, you know it's gonna do that anyway. Like if you're searching anything up, like if you're searching something up on Safari and you go onto your computer onto Chrome, the ads will probably be the same.
The ads will.
It's just technology, you know.
I sat down here saying that social media makes people antisocial, but hearing Alexa and Alex speak, it makes me remember that social media isn't just the whole TikTok scene. It's also schools. There's clubs and stuff. I
would say social media is everything at this point, man. I mean, what did you say? The internet is everything at this point? I would say, man.
New friends from social media because they live in Ventura. I live in San Diego, so I don't think it's necessarily just the whole big fame thing. There's also the smaller groups.
What's the next question?
Yeah, I'd like to say social media changed my life. I'm more confident. I actually
think
about what I wear. I used to just roll out of bed, grab what's
TikTok
famous. I do see how social media can be bad, but I like to think of it in a positive light.
I have been bullied on social media.
Oh, another ad. We're getting another cool, like another school shooting ad. Is this a...
Judge Thomas, you...
Yo, that trailer was crazy. I didn't expect it to pop it off like that. It seems like a good movie, but... RIP, rest in peace to the people that... And condolences goes to anybody that suffered from any school shooting, because that is some terrible stuff. So they've been bullied on social media. Yeah, of course you've been bullied. so almost everybody's been bullied on social media.
I know you guys remember like
everyone's
those
been bullied
days.
on
I
social
feel like
media.
that was my biggest bullying because it's like it's just like entering a whole different society. It's just like when you're going out, you're making videos. You don't really know what you want to post or what.
The thing about people in social media, people act so tough behind an account, so tough behind it, like a phone, like a logo. They can say anything they want, and it's very, 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 very easy to talk crap without showing your face, without you actually risking showing your face or showing, what's that word? Annihilation from being ostracized from the group, because you're not putting your notoriety. You're not putting your notoriety to the, what's that called, man? What's the word? You're not pulling your notoriety up. Like, it's not at stake. Your notoriety is not at stake. That's what I meant to say. God dang. Your notoriety is not up to stake, or it's not at stake. So you don't have to worry. You can say anything you want. And that is the most craziest part about social media. And I feel like one day, that's all going to go away. Like, our social medias. And this is what I'm predicting. It's true, probably not. False, but look at China right now. Every China citizen has a credit score. And has their face on it. And there's cameras that identify them with them and their score. If they're able to build it, who do you think is going to build it next? Or how advanced do you think this stuff is really going to get? But it's just something to really think about.
you want to do or what you want to look like. So it is going to be cringy at first, and it's not going to be great.
Musically was definitely a dark time. More recently, I did have a hate account on Instagram. They told me to kill myself, and told me that because I was upset about my pet dying, that I should kill myself, and that.
What? Okay, y'all are some. Wait, hold on. Wait, what did you say?
And told me that because I was upset about my pet dying, that I should kill myself, and that.
Y'all are some sick, twisted individuals telling a teenager to do all that? Are you kidding me, man? No matter how weird Alex may present herself, I'm not trying to even hate, but really, come on, man. Come on. Telling to go kill yourself, really? Get out of here,
I like was ugly and that I looked
Still
like
a person,
clown.
though.
And yeah, I really let
still a
it get to
person.
me for a long time. But then I realized, you know, like they're only making fun of me because I'm giving them attention about it. So I just had to
Pretty
like
much.
block them from all my
Yo,
accounts.
the best
and
way
block-
to deal with attention, ain't first straightforward, man. Someone puts a negative comment, man, I'm gonna pin that right up at the very tippity top, man, because I don't care, man. I got thick skin. Y'all could say, man, you're this, that, everything. Okay, I'm gonna deal with it. Because that's social media. I mean, that's the whole game. I'm used to it. It doesn't matter. But the thing that sucks is some people don't know how to deal with it. And I am very sorry and scared for the people that can't deal with it. Because crazy things can happen.
block all the people they were following and block all the people that were following them, and then I just had to stop looking. And if I don't look at it, then I don't know what they're saying.
Right, and that's the thing. It's just like once you stop
Yeah,
looking into it,
yeah.
you just stop feeding the fire, and it will die eventually. Because
Yeah, that's how
I
he
don't have a big
dies.
following, so it's basically mostly people I know. Usually it's TikToks, and it's not with my name in it, but you can tell that it's implied towards me. And I try not to comment, but like there's some points where they're coming out and saying like completely false things about me. Posting and hating on someone through the internet is completely different from in person because it's there forever. You don't have control over that because it's up to them to delete it.
So I have had rude comments been made about me, but I've never been like heavily cyberbullied because I don't really have a big following and because of the community that I'm in. I've just read
That makes sense.
hundreds of stories about kids who like felt like they wanted to kill themselves because of the rude comments they were getting. And I just remember like there were nights when I would cry and I'd be so upset because I couldn't really do anything about it.
My cyberbullying experience, the
Okay.
first like big one, I was in like this like dance team, right? And I was the shortest kid, the fattest kid, and like one of like 3 Asians. So I clearly stuck out no matter what I did. And you know, like after practice, like all the girls would
Like
like
these
do that like
insecurities
2014,
coming up.
like,
I mean,
ass out, like
teenager,
like
but
the
yeah.
duck face thing pose. One day, like one of them like invited me to take the photo with them, and I thought like this was the only way you could pose on Instagram. So like I did it, and then they took the photo and they were all like laughing and they started uploading it. I didn't know
Damn.
why. Over like the next 2.5, 3 years, they would continuously like bring me into the photo. Like I would never just go up. They'd always ask me, hey, do you want to be in the photo? Do you want to be in the photo? So I felt like I was being included. But when I like got a phone
this
and when I got an
Asian dude's hair,
Instagram, when I
man.
started following
Looking
my
like
fellow dance
Trunks.
members,
Let's go.
I would look at their Instagrams and like from the beginning, it's photos of me. They'll zoom in on me and they'll be like, look at that fat thing, that fucking monster. Like, is it trying to pose? Like, what is
Man,
like,
kids are
what does that
mean,
thing
man.
think it is? Like, do they think they're cute?
Kids
I
are
was in,
mean.
like,
That is
in elementary
terrible.
school. Like, I don't know how to deal with myself. Like, I barely know how to open a peanut butter jar, and you expect me to know how to deal with people calling me it.
First
and,
world
like, a
problems,
monster,
everybody.
you know
First
what
world
I mean?
problems. Definitely, yes. That is 100% facts. Yes, social media can. Yep, everyone. Yep. No denying. No cap.
Instagram, TikTok, everything is the highlight reel. My Instagram,
Facts.
I'm not going to post the ugliest picture of me. When
Yeah.
I scroll through my friends,
How I use social media, I want to showcase my lifestyle. I want to showcase everything. And the reason why I do this is to attract more girls. At the end of the day, I am about attracting girls. That is what it's all about, attracting women. And the way I use social media is like this. Course coming very soon. Check it out. mindless plugin.
in the back of my head, I should know that's the same for them. Yet I'm like, they look so pretty. Why do I not look like that? And I think for younger generations, it's really scary that they're gonna have to deal with this.
I have this one photo that's so vivid in my memory, and like I'm at like an aquarium and I'm leaning against like one of the fish tanks, and my dad and my brother are next to me, and I'm like half my brother's height, my face just sagging, my body, like my clothes don't fit on me. And
Okay, this
at
is
the time,
gonna.
I didn't realize
Yeah, this is
depressing
hurting
and
her.
How much these dance photos were ruining me. That's kind of when I knew like social media is not something I like. I'm not safe here, you know. And so an excuse I can make for not pleasing people online is that I don't use it, and then I'll be okay.
The bad thing about social media is like,
Man, she was crying right there. God dang. I'm telling you, man, social media is not for the faint of heart. Like, it really, really isn't. Social media can ruin your whole life. Just by one person. Just by one comment. And that's what's crazy about it, man. You know, that just adds up over time, man. Social media, if you want to make a career out of it, one thing I would recommend, you have to have a thick skin. You're going to have thick skin. No butts around it. No butts around it. You're going to have thick skin. Because people are going to say some stupid stuff. They're going to say the most dumbest stuff. They're going to maybe making fun of you 24/7. You're going to have to deal with it. That's just how it is.
Here, you know, and so, okay.
Next to them and stuff, but on social media you almost can't avoid them, and I feel like that's where like a lot of kids can get hurt because they comment rude things on your things or they don't share the same opinions, and those friends are horrible, you know.
I don't know how Tumblr is now because I don't go on it, but
Tumblr.
there are a lot of like self-harm pages and eating disorder pages
Oh
with
my
like
God.
ideas to make yourself lose weight. There's so much of that on
Damn.
Tumblr that I had to get off of Tumblr.
Because you
and I
were
think
using that.
definitely will
Jesus
hurt
Christ.
now and in the future.
Our generation, everybody, our generation.
Just
Jesus.
being so young and looking through this and taking all these
I can't believe people
in.
actually.
I'm 18
That's
now, like
crazy.
I go through it and I know better.
I mean, I'm not
but I
surprised
feel like you
but
could
to
get
hear on
seriously
this.
hurt when you're young because you really just don't know any better.
Yeah, I'll just play back on what you said about how little kids don't know better. I saw a hack where it was like scoop ice cream and it said microwave the spoon. Most children wouldn't know. Yeah, in cases like that, it does hurt me to be pro social media. But social media, I think it was always more intended for more discretion.
Like I have this friend named Jessie Page, and she is
What
very,
are
very
first
like
about?
pro body positivity and like pro like
I hope this is going the right way.
like mental health, you know, like really
Mental
like,
health?
I
No,
wanna
don't
get
include mental
better.
health
That's
here.
why I keep all my posts up because I want people to be able to go back and look. I wasn't on T for 3 years, you know, when I was out, you know, like I was fully out and like fighting for myself to start hormones. My friend Jessie too, she also puts before and after. She always puts like, this is the real me.
What you're gonna get on TikTok a lot is pro body positivity, aka it's okay to be fat, it's okay to be overweight, it's okay that you're killing yourself at a faster rate, it's okay to be unhealthy, it's okay. Get out of here, man.
100%. I don't think I would be the person I am if it wasn't for social media. I first came out on TikTok and my parents didn't even know.
Oh, so it's a she gone to he. Okay, that makes more sense with the sort of style you were going for, Alex.
That's how they found out, actually.
Children under the age of 13.
Like, I'm giving Alex a lot of hate, but come on, you could be wearing something directly. It's just I've never seen such a thing like that before. What are you wearing? Children of the age. I'm not even trying to bully. I'm just saying, in general, what is you wearing, my guy? Come on. Children under the age of 13 should not be allowed on social media. No. Heck no. No, everyone should come down. Everyone, what?
When you Google mortgage brokerage,
y'all idiots?
area,
What?
What do you see? If you're not showing up, you need to set up your Google My Business.
What? Are y'all crazy? Excuse me, but I burped. Children under the age of 13 should not be allowed on social media. Literally, social media is a bad influence for children. Even if you put it like on a kids section, the stuff they will tell your kids is unbelievable at this point. Go to YouTube Kids. Look at the content they're showing. Unbelievable. That's some of the stuff they're not allowed to put up. Unfreaking believable. If I have a child, do you think I would want them to be using social media under the age of 13? Heck no. Because I want my child to be as normal as possible. I don't want him or her to be a freak show. I don't want him or her depending their whole life on it. Because when they do, they're going to put that above everything else. And I don't want that. I want my child to be as pure as possible. Be him or herself as much as possible. Bump that, man. Y'all are crazy. I'm giving my kids social media. Man, what are you smiling for? Get out of here.
Well, it's kind of funny because I talk to a lot of organizations with Log Off, and the main point that they try to get across is that they're trying to advocate for kids to get cell phones and technology and social media at an older age. And you know, years ago I would have said, that's really stupid. That's like the drug talk. Like, don't do drugs, don't be on social media. I'm not gonna listen to that. But then after years of kind of self-reflection, I wish someone would have said, you don't need Instagram to have a social life.
If I go back
I'm
to
pretty
like,
sure you
my
were told
13-year-old
that
self
about
and like
me.
I didn't have all the experiences I had and I just kind of knew like, oh, it's a good place, I would be posting God knows what, right? Kids are dumb. And if you give kids a platform to do whatever they want, they're gonna be dumb.
There's no educational advocacy out there to actually allow for that to happen. And when they are there, it's this older
I mean,
teacher.
even if you do, say, have like an organization, that's not going to do much. Like, parents are not going to care enough to let that enter their kids' lives, man. If you want to be a good parent, man, don't give your kids social media. Just don't. Just don't. Just save yourself.
who like has a completely different outlook on social media because they never existed.
Get your child the flip phone.
You know, I just feel like it's just unrealistic. When I was 13, I was fully on social media, making videos every single day.
Not
So I
surprised.
just feel like, if anything, it helped me more when I was 13. Like, it really allowed me to just know what things were. And
AKA, it allowed me to be more of a hoe. That's the second message I'm getting from it. Because that's what social media does for women. Make them into more hoes. Not for every woman. But god dang, does it feel like every woman out here, man.
not be so, what is going on? Like, you know, not knowing a lot of things.
Because like I was on social media at like 11 years old. Like I was a child
Right.
and on social media, and my
Just because you were on it does not mean every other kid should be on it as well. Exception never makes the rule. But since you feel so adamant about it, Alex, let's
dad
go.
told me, he was like, you know, but you're also trans and you're also like LGBT, you know, you need to be able to meet people because your bubble that you would know of trans people would be 0.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I think we're underestimating children. They're relentless. We put an age limit on Instagram or an age limit on like an adult
not gonna
website.
stop.
They're
Still
still
stop.
gonna get through.
Yeah.
I didn't have social media. I was probably like the last couple people out of my like friends because my mom knew the restrictions and how the things that are on the internet is you can't control what other people are posting and you can't control
you
what
can't
your
control
kids
that.
are seeing. But I
Exactly.
believe that like other kids mature at different ages and we can't really restrict certain people from going on this platform when it's public.
It's difficult.
I mean, they can make like an Instagram for kids, man, but shoot, man, it's gonna be a lot of weirdos on that app. But nah, maybe that'd be a bad idea. I don't know, it could work, but when it comes to kids, man, sheesh.
Because I do
Damn.
think
Maybe they could like upgrade to regular Instagram or something. I don't know, man. How long have I been recording? It's been an hour. God dang. But yeah, it's
that
whatever.
is true, where if I was 13 and someone said, you have to be 13 to get on this app or like you have to be older, I would have lied about my
Yeah,
age.
everyone lies
And
about
I know
that,
there are
man.
millions of kids like
Everybody
that that are like, he, break the system and would like put in a different age.
Okay, no kid is like, no, get out of here. It's whatever, man. But yeah, I see what you're coming from. I see where you're coming from.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. With any problem, you can't just take the problem and move it over here.
Exactly.
It's all about the education. It should be a class, like how sex ed is. There should be like tech ed. you know?
Like computer.
Yeah, it's good to know that my tax dollars will go to a pointless class. But whatever floats your boat, I don't think a class would really help. I think it should be the parents' responsibility to air out their kids on what social media really is like and to let them know what it really is. Because I wouldn't give my... No, man. I would not give my son or daughter a phone. They have to earn that privilege. I'm not just going to give it out of nowhere. They don't deserve
Computer
that.
lab days exist. Like, was that just my school? Like, there were computer lab days or
we
something.
were
Yeah, where we
Like,
just practice typing
Right,
now.
where you practice typing. Well, like, instead of just practicing typing, practice how to not be an idiot online and, like, how to, like, learn, understand, like, the harm.
But, I mean, let me play devil's advocate. I would want to teach my kids to be more knowledgeable on social media because social media, you can be very, very successful using social media. And like I said before, to play devil's advocate, it would be useful to give my kid a social media at an earlier time to teach him what to look out for. To look out for scams, to look out for people that are just trying to take his money, look out for people that's trying to sell him a product that's not going to help him. But at the end of the day, it's really hard to say. But, I mean, I wouldn't give it to him until he's like 13, 12, around that age.
Harm of it because, like, if I had that education, I know that, like, I would have, like, at least braced myself for it. Once COVID kind of
It's
hit,
really
I
interesting.
realized, like, I need
I
social
mean,
media.
school is terrible. Like, if I learned anything and retained anything from high school, it is literally from my mind right now, from from freshman year all the way up to now is nothing. You retain nothing. High school basically teaches you how to be a worker. They literally prep you to being a worker. That's the main purpose of school. And to say it's everything, get out of here. But it's really recommended that you get a diploma, because diploma really speaks volumes if you're just trying to get a job. Like when you're starting out your business, most places, if you're trying to work like what, 50, 60,000 a year, probably even 40, you're gonna have to have a diploma. For a decent amount of places, yeah, you're gonna have to have a diploma. But when you work in those places, you should not just be working there and coming back home to nothing. You should be working on like a side hustle. You should be working on a business. And it sucks to say, but most schools only prep you to be working for somebody else. They don't teach you to be independent. They have no classes where they teach you to be independent and or an entrepreneur. No classes whatsoever. Only classes that keep you as a sheep. But let's get back into this.
Media, or else I can't like find anyone. I know some people that kind of think like when I say that I don't use social media a lot, they're like, oh, do you think you're cooler than us because you don't need like social media validation? But it's more like I'm afraid of if I search for that validation that I'm not gonna get it.
I mean, if you're a female, you're gonna get it, of course, regardless. There's gonna be a sick man wanting to look at your toes, so never say never. Social media has educated me more than my school has. Yeah, 100%. 100%, yes. Yes, yeah. More than school ever do. Run, hide, fight. Isn't that crazy movie?
Take a shot.
Taking that shot. Yeah, social media has etiquette. Yeah.
I know also.
Literally. Like I said before, I could have not timed that better. School teaches you absolutely nothing. It doesn't. Like I'm 19, but I'm a grown adult right now. Or I'm an adult right now. A young adult, but and after graduating from high school, 2020, am I using any of the information I've learned? No, I'm not using none of it. I'm paying my own bills. I'm paying my own taxes. I'm driving myself to my 9 to 5 that I work to pay off for this house. For my apartment, my bad. Like, I'm not using any of that stuff. And I'm working in a nice field. I'm not going to expose it because y'all some ninjas. I'll probably tell y'all sooner or later. But I earn a good amount of money there. But aside from that, I'm not using any of this information. See, most of my friends are going to college, and they're paying like 70, 80, 90,000 a year. And the degrees that I see that they're getting is useless. I'm earning more money right now than what they're going to get after they get the diploma. They're going for 4, 6, 8 years. And I'm earning more money than they will ever earn 5, 10 years of working in that field. Probably not even 10, but probably 5, 6. That's crazy. You do not need a diploma nowadays. You do not. But if you're going to be a doctor, if you're going to be a lawyer, if you're going to be a medical professional, if you're going to be a professional for the United States, you have to. If you're going to be like a dentist, eye surgeon, a lawyer, doctor, you have to. It's mandatory. You have to get good grades. You have to have a certification for that. You have to go through it. But for anything else like art, making movies, editing, being an entrepreneur, school's not going to get you nowhere. Being a marketing agent, selling real estate, that's not going to get you nothing. Going to college, that's not going to get you nothing. Going for college just for that, for those things. No. Do it yourself. Build it up yourself. Companies nowadays are taking your experience rather than a diploma. If you go on Indeed, you're going to see, oh, diploma, bachelor, 4 years. They don't care about that. That's preferred, not required. Your work speaks volumes. Companies are more inclined to hire people based on experience rather than their education. Because the education don't matter. You can just be graduated and that diploma don't mean nothing. You versus another person. You have the diploma. The other person has massive experience and worked on AAA games. They spent the same amount of time if you guys learn that information, but the guy has more experience with working in the field. Who do you think they're going to take? Companies are going to take this guy. And I've seen it happen so many times. Multiple times. But let's get back to
schools. They don't talk about some deep topics that social media brings to light, and it teaches you and teaches you to get through it and how to do it without talking to your family if you are uncomfortable, and without talking to the school, because sometimes schools don't have that education in place.
My teacher told everyone that RuPaul's Drag Race was a good example of trans people. Of course, like, I got in trouble for like.
Do you just speak anything other than trans? I'm not trying to beat around the horse, but all you like. Here's the thing I just don't like about the LGBTQ plus community. Y'all talk about the same stuff over and over and over and over again. It's like if you're like a gay character in a TV show, their main characteristic is just being gay. And I know a lot of gay people who hate this problem. Like, I'm cool with some gay people. And they hate the way they're portrayed on TV shows. Because the people that are gay are portrayed as being just gay. The whole characteristic. They always have to bring it up in each episode. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And a good example of, if you want a TV show that does it well, I would say Loki. Loki does it well. You know, of him being bi. They do it so well. Just a little nod. Oh, yeah, you know, but they could never survive. Or something like that. A line like that. And that's okay. If you want to swing with the little thing, man, that's okay. If you want to swing with the little thing, go for it, man. Go for it. But if that's all you could really, honestly, really talk about, then what's the point of having your personality then? Because I'm not even trying to be rude or anything, but your whole personality is just being trans. Come on, there has to be more to something. Because that's all you've been talking about.
Correcting him or whatever, but it was like I could not let him spread fake information like that, because those are not trans people, those are drag queens, and that is a totally different topic. I'm very far in my transition for 16, and
You're 16? Oh my god. I would say that's a little too young to be doing it, man. I would say wait until you're like 18, till you're really sure, because there's a high percentage of people that really regret making that final transition, like where they cannot go back. There's a lot of people that regret it, and those people aren't really talked about in your community or in trans community. So there's no going back to those sorts of things.
Media definitely helped me a lot.
And then the fact that you even got in trouble for that shows that school is at, like, you know, they're lacking.
You know, personal experience is how you learn the most. You know, you go on social media and there's someone talking about this eating disorder, this depression that they went to. It's just someone actually talking to a camera, giving you real advice that a school really could never do.
I want to preface it with I'm very lucky. The school that I go to, Altamont, is like a private school in Alabama.
No matter how right they think they are, no, I don't care how fancy or how private, aka, which means your parents are rich, they pay for it. Private equals, they pay hundreds of thousands, not hundreds of thousands, they pay a pretty penny though. But no, I don't care how good your education is, it's still going to be the same thing as public. I went to a private, it wasn't nothing special, like, honestly to God. And if you're a parent and you're thinking about taking your child to a private school, man, that's not going to change nothing, man. Like, that literally isn't going to change anything. Like, it's not going to change anything. Like, at the end of the day, they're not going to be gaining more than what they would get from a public school. It'll be basically the same experience. But if you go to private, it's going to be a little bit more snobby.
And they're very, very good with kind of integrating these conversations into the academic dialogue. I totally agree with everything y'all have said. I've learned how to rainbow loom, and I've done a bunch of different things on social media, but I've also looked up like election, and there's been misinformation after misinformation, and with COVID. So for y'all that how do you kind of outweigh like the chance to learn a bunch of new things with also the chance of seeing a lot of stuff that isn't necessarily true?
I think you just have to look for credible websites. I mean, it's just like when you're doing an essay, you wouldn't believe, just feel like blogs, any of that kind of stuff. It is easy to get a lot of misinformation, but it's also easy to see that this information is fake.
But what about like a young kid that can't really discern that? Because I feel like that's the
My dad actually put the Washington Post and the New York Times on my phone so that I would look at it more, so I would get the notifications. You know, all I had to do was put it on my phone.
You probably disabled that notification. Go on, don't lie to me.
There have been times when I've disagreed with what the teacher said, and that is true, but I also think that with social media.
Shoot, man, if you give me a nickel for every time I disagreed with the teacher, man, I'll be a millionaire. I'm not even gonna cap. And I could get to a whole nother discussion how, the whole teacher, I'm not gonna say industry, but the whole teacher school system is dominated mainly by females, and let's not get into
Media
that.
with the algorithm in place, it's harder to discern.
I disagree with you just because I feel like as kids we look up to our teachers for the right answers, and if they are
No, most of the time they
providing
don't have
a
the right
biased
answers.
answer,
They don't.
we're getting the wrong information.
If you've taken a political science class, there will be times where the teacher's own political beliefs might
Yeah, yeah.
make the learning
No, they
biased.
will. They
So
will, most
comparable
definitely.
to social media, it's about the same.
Yeah, but I think it's more dangerous on social media.
Like, I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding to you. I had this one teacher. I went to an IB program, but I had this one teacher who had a whole discussion about mansplaining and manspreading. That moment right there made me realize school is pointless, and this was all in an English class. She was very liberal. And the things she said just made me question my own existence. I'll probably make a video to that one day. It was like me and her used to argue every single day about how mansplaining is not a thing and how manspreading is the most dumbest thing to ever exist. And I'll make a video about that one day.
Because I agree, it is very dangerous in the classroom, especially when you look up to teachers. With the algorithm, they don't have that humanity to actually discern like, oh, this is an article about how masks aren't important. So like, but I'm gonna pump that out.
But I would disagree with you for that exact reason because it's just one human, one way of life, one perspective, one thought, you know. But at least when you go on social media and you put up Trump, it's gonna come up both sides of the story. You know, and it's up to you to differentiate and read it and see, okay, this comes from this credible website and this is coming from a blog on Wikipedia.
What if we're talking about like just a straightforward thing like math, science, or English? Sometimes you can get like a cruddy teacher and they won't really teach you that well. You just type that.
At that point, man, yeah, the terms of the teacher will make the class fun. I'm not even going to cap, man, but at the end of the day, you're not going to use none of that information, man. Like, come on, when are you going to be using trigonometry to help solve your taxes? Like, well, and the thing I hate about that is the school doesn't even teach you how to do taxes. College doesn't even teach you how to do your taxes. Are you kidding me? The thing I hate about this is that taxes were made on purpose to be as difficult and complicated to do. So, because you have to use TurboTax. TurboTax spends millions and millions in lobbying Congress to keep it as confusing as possible. And I am pissed that it works like that. I am pissed. Why can't they just send me a mail saying, oh, you have to pay this much amount in taxes? But the dollar amount. That's it. Why can't it be that simple? In other countries, it works exactly like that. They send you an amount, like, oh, okay, I have to pay this amount, okay. Why do I have to jump all through these different loops just to find out how much I have to pay for this year? Unbelievable.
That in social media, they'll ring it right up.
I've never actually been helped by a math teacher. I mean, photo math was the only thing that helped me. I mean,
hey man, look, photo math, man, I didn't use it that much because I'm not an idiot. But there's been times where I use photo math, man. Photo math. Y'all real.
and it's not even like it only gave me the answers. I mean, you scrolled up and
It's crazy.
Step by step what it
All you
does
gotta
mean.
do is just scan it. Hold on.
And it's not even like it only gave me the answers. I mean, you scrolled up and it
All you
literally
gotta
shows
do
you
is
step by
scan it. It
step
just
what it
comes
does,
down
and
to
you
it.
look for the
That's
reasoning.
crazy.
Here's the reasoning.
And sometimes if I have a lot of
crazy.
trouble with like an assignment or something, I'll actually like post a picture of it and I'll be like, hey, like I am really bad in this subject. Every single time people do message me and help me out, or like will comment and be like, hey, like actually this is what you're doing wrong, and this is
That's
how
pretty
you do
cool.
it right.
Society would thrive more without social media.
Ooh. Yeah. No. Yeah.
Hey, check this out.
Hey, how much money did you make last week?
$3,000.
Cool. That's a good question. Society would thrive more without social media. That's such a good question. Because with social media, it's hollow. But with social media, you can learn so much. But with most people, they don't know how to use it properly. So then what would be the point? Yeah, I would say we would thrive more without social media. But then, man, it's hard. It's a good question. I can play both sides with it. It's a hard question. But it is what it is right now, so might as well use it.
For me, on a macro scale, I think there are some really troubling signs that social media is kind of unwinding society and humanity in the sense of like the democracy debate. Governments can use social media to then kind of undermine elections. And I think those are bigger issues when you look at the macro scale. But again, on the micro scale, there are so many different people in the world that thrive with it.
I know other people that are like me. I think I would thrive more without social media because I compare myself and I look.
I mean, women. I notice women that are most happiest don't have social media. They don't. But women that do, they're the most depressed, they're the most sad, they're the most going through their feelings. That's fact.
For those likes and look for those comments on my posts, and I feel like if I didn't have that concern, my mental health and my self-love and self-image would be so much better if I didn't see all this stuff on the internet.
A part of me wants to ask
100.
for like a definition for like thrive, because like are we
100%,
talking
Emmy.
about like us as like a human race or like people individually? Instagram and things can like put like make you have poor body image and this that, but also like in the case of like Alex, you know, it helps.
If you're worried about your body, just honestly, this is the nicest way possible. Lose the weight. Make a gym plan. Start putting in the work. Shoot, you can hit my Instagram right now. I can give you a step-by-step process for free. Man, you know, man, I want to try to make this world a better place than what I can see. If I can help one person, I'll help one person at a time. If you guys are struggling, I'll probably make a free ebook. You know, what, man, I'm gonna make a free ebook telling you guys what I do to stay in shape. Like, it's not hard to stay in shape. It really isn't. You just have to put in the work. That's at the end of the day. You have to be doing it consistently every single day. But yeah, I'll do a free ebook. I'll do it.
Him, you know, meet other trans people and understand that like he isn't alone, right? And so it's such a general question with so many variables that like you can't just like put one answer down.
Oh, they're laughing in the background.
So case by case.
You need to know if it's
I saw that.
Macro scale. And you know, like Alex is a following that is a lot of other trans kids that are looking for other trans kids. And if Alex just went MIA for a month, people would panic, you know, and like, you know, like I can totally like, sorry to like keep using you, but like this is like the easiest like analogy, right? I'm sorry, Alex. I love you, I promise. I was just like, this is just like the easiest example.
I have a question.
Yo, can we go like 5 minutes without mentioning trans? Can we?
So in the recent months especially, there have been a lot of protests and stuff that were, like a lot of them were created online, and I think that if we didn't have social media, a lot of them wouldn't have been possible because there wouldn't have...
Because of protests? Man, there's been hundreds and hundreds of protests that's been made without social media. If people can gather without social media, then what's been stopping people?
And the word spread so fast.
I agree. Yes, these protests got really big and it's really important. But the thing that I've kind of been looking at is the people that go and
I'm sorry, y'all.
Like, oh my God, like I'm so supportive, and like they change their profile picture, they do the Blackout Tuesday, and then a week later it gets archived. When people go with like professional grade cameras and like bring a hair and makeup team to like sit there and like pose in the middle of the street, like it's less of the movement. And
I see what she.
And yeah,
I
I
see
think
what
that's
she's
also a
saying.
perspective
I
thing,
see
because
what
I think
she's
there was
saying.
maybe one or two major influencers who were dumb enough to take a production team out there to take a picture, and I think that was for people like you guys who are anti-social media to focus, be like, wow, look at all these influencers. It's the whole entire community is just like them. And I was in New York for a couple of days, and I was in like Washington Square or something. They were passing out flyers. They're like, hey, share this on your Snapchat if you know anyone in New York. And I wasn't only in New York for like 2 days, but I posted it, and I got like, I don't know, like 40,000 people on Snapchat to watch it, and if they were in New York, they could go.
By these like performative parts, I'm not talking only.
That's impressive numbers.
Yes, that is a
Can't
big
scoff
part,
at
and
that.
It is
You can't.
very troublesome when influencers do like kind of go out and like pose for like the picture rather than for the protest. But when people are kind of seeing like, oh, this is trendy, and when people have that desire to like go viral, they'll go out and they'll do it.
But here's like a scenario. What if me, Alex and Alexa, we all just teamed up, we did like a charity stream and then donated to
But I'm the best, Alex. What can I say?
let's just throw back to like early 2020 where there was like fires. Wouldn't California or Australia thrive from us donating?
I do agree that social media does like promote awareness and it helps change. And definitely in our society, because everyone's on social media. So if they see this and it gets spread, it's going to make change.
Yeah, and that's kind of why I made like the log off movement, is because I saw that there was this multifaceted nature about social media, and I always just wanted to discuss it with teens and to be like, let's figure out how to exist in a healthier way. And even though social media, we can talk about the good and the bad all day, it's just nice to be in one space and have one conversation.
I mean, yeah, technically social media did bring us here, so I guess that's like a thing. But like, hey, we don't have to talk about that.
The hypocrisy. Love it. Okay, that's it. In the video, funny.
Hi everyone, wish you a very happy new year and hope you...
Thank you, didn't ask for it. So, yeah, that was a very interesting video. We learned a lot of questions about social media, and yeah, it strikes a lot of good questions too, man. But anyway, man, hope you guys learned from this. It's very good questions come up on this. I'm pretty sure we learned a lot from this. And everyone, that was a really good, respectful conversation. I like how things went. But other than that, man, I'll see you guys in the next video. See you in the next one. Peace.